We have 4 new meditations on hightimelinebooks.com that can help you in your high timeline journey. Jump into prosperity with the Quantum Jumping Meditation from Burt Goldman and get all 3 of the prosperity meditations for the price of 2 with the bundle, all on hightimelinebooks.com. Well, welcome to the Fun Astrology Podcast for Monday, November 18th, the week that is going to shape a generation. That's what we have in front of us. Tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time, Pluto enters Aquarius, and that dwarfs anything and everything else that we can talk about, but we'll still talk about it. Hi, everybody. Thomas Miller. Thank you so much for listening. That is the big one of the week. We're going to spend 2 days on it, tomorrow and Wednesday, so we won't do much here, even though it does happen tomorrow. I'm getting a little emotional even getting up on the on-ramp here. This we have been looking forward to for quite a while, the change from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius. I think of when I stood there on a dock with my friend Chet and his wife, Kristina, and we looked up in the sky at Saturn and Jupiter. They were basically conjunct. We were there on the day. You could probably put your thumb in between the two, or maybe a little bit more. They were very close in the sky. And I looked up there and I just thought, what in the world do you two have in store? That began a 20-year cycle that Ray Merriman has been talking about a lot. And it somewhat ties into this because it happened at basically the same degree that we're talking about here, which is 0 degrees Aquarius. So we'll unpack all of that over the next 2 days. I mean, we don't have to hurry. We've got the next 20 years. So if I make it through, I'll be an old man when Pluto finds its way out of this sign. And that in and of itself is another hard pill to swallow. All right, what else is going on this week? Well, early this morning already, the moon has gone home. Moon is in Cancer now. It will be there for the next 2 days, and it leaves on Wednesday for Leo. I always say for the couple of days that the moon is in Cancer, watch for extra intuition. If you're needing some answers, like a lot of us are, this might be a good time to get it. At least keep your radar tuned and your connection to the home office wide open. We have another early bird aspect, this one at 3:55 this morning Eastern. Mercury is opposite Jupiter. What's special about this, I think we mentioned it last week, Jupiter is in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So they're in what's called mutual reception. It's a Hellenistic term meaning that they are in each other's home signs. And even though that by nature is kind of a negative because a planet doesn't like the sign that is across from its home turf, when you hear that a planet is in detriment, that's what it is. It's across from its home ground. But when you bring in mutual reception, now you have a combination that is favorable. So a lot of people have been overlooking this with Jupiter. I read a comment, and I wish I knew who it was from. It probably was on Twitter. And I wish I could give the credit for who said this because it was a good observation. Speaking of Gemini, Donald Trump has 3 planets in Gemini. The Sun at 22 degrees, the North Node at 20, and Uranus at 17. So there's a stack up right there. Those are all conjunct each other. Well, we know that Uranus has been activated by this full moon, but Jupiter was sitting right on top of that stack. Today, Jupiter's at 18 degrees Gemini, in retrograde, going backwards. And look what happened. So this person was saying, don't ever take points away from Jupiter depending on where it is. Yes, it's in detriment. Yes, it's retrograde. And yes, it has a Jupiterian impact on things that it touches. So don't ever rule it out. Well, you got this mutual reception aspect today. So the same kind of thing, even though it's in opposition, these 2 planets are glad to see each other over there on the other side. What can you do with this? Well, you can write that email or send the one that you've already carefully crafted. Mercury, communications, ask for the business. Launch a product that's ready to go. That person you've been flirting with a little bit online, well, maybe take it up a level. Tell them how you feel. It might just land okay. And let's keep this one in context with another aspect happening this evening at 9:07 p.m. Eastern. The Sun trines Neptune. Now, if you don't think that Neptune is not active right now, oh my. I love Neptune because I've got it kissing my sun right on the lips in my own natal chart. It's the planet of spirituality, the thing I finally had to come to grips with in my own life. You can run, but you can't hide. And it's in the last degrees of its own sign, and this is the last opportunity for this position of Neptune for the next about 150 years. So it's doing some major cleaning up on its way out. And now the sun in the deep dark sign of Scorpio at 27 degrees at the end of that sign. This one is one of those that from the cookbook you could just say, wow, some deep dark secret could just pop. Well, maybe that's around us, maybe it's not, but it could be in your own life. You could discover something about your own soul path. Perhaps something deep and subconscious might come to light. Or maybe because it peaks today, it has been coming to light. Perhaps something happened over the weekend. Perhaps you get an aha of inspiration, Neptune, about something that you know would fundamentally change your own life under this energy of transformation, revolution, change, clarity. Actually, this is a really beautiful complementary aspect to Pluto swinging the door open and stepping into Aquarius tomorrow, because that revolutionary Aquarius change, Pluto, that rules Scorpio, is in a favorable trine aspect to Neptune, giving us inspirational clarity, a message from God, a message from the divine, given just to you, the sun. And Neptune is there at home in Pisces, the wateriest of the water signs, giving us this great gift. Let that sink in. Let that soak. It's a beautiful combination. The depth of Scorpio, the wateriness, the mystique, the mystery, the spirituality of Neptune and Pisces, and the radical transformation ahead with Pluto entering Aquarius. This is one to take your shoes off. You're on holy ground. Have a great day. Back tomorrow. Love you.